Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Psycho, and I've got another Walking Dead video for you all today. And this one is going to be over the subject of, can Negan's Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo scene actually be deciphered? Moving straight on into this topic, I actually don't think that we can really decipher this, and I have a little bit of reasoning as to why. For one thing, Scott M. Gimple did say that this is a puzzle that cannot be solved. However, I don't believe that the whole thing is a puzzle that cannot be solved, but I do believe that the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo scene isn't going to have a lot of relevance as to who actually died, and there's a little reasoning to that, but I also think that there are some hints, just like Robert Kirkman said, there are probably some hints in the episode that point to who might die, so I know that that is probably there, but when it comes to the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo scene, I feel like it's going to be really hard to decipher something like that, and here is my reasoning why. The thing about this scene is that we see different shots of Lucille being pointed in each character's faces, but we don't see Negan's mouth moving as he does it. And actually having these scenes like this happen is a good way to mess with the audience and mess with the crowd to where they can't really figure out the pattern that it is going in. And the reason the audience members can't do this is because I think that they are showing this scene out of order. For example, Negan might be saying, "My mama told me," but really, the shot that it is showing might be at Miny or Mo or something like that, but it's matching the audio of Negan's voice with a different scene in which that scene would have gone with a different part of Negan's voice. So they're just flipping everything over and mixing it up to where it is basically impossible to find a pattern. As a fan, I was actually trying to use this strategy of going Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo across the shot of all of the characters and finding who it lands on, but as we saw in the scene, Negan skips around a little bit, and that is because I think it is edited in a certain way to where we just cannot figure out who is the one that is picked by Negan through this little Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo scene, because we are getting different shots from different parts of the audio, and different parts of the audio with different types of shots. So these shots and audio are being mixed up to where it is basically impossible to find a pattern and see who it lands on. And I actually enjoy this concept. I know there's probably some people out there that think this is a cheap tactic, but to really keep it a mystery and not give us too big of a hint, I do think it was a good evasion tactic of actually hinting too much at who could have possibly died. Now, I actually enjoy this strategy because there is still realism to this scene. Negan is going in a certain pattern, but it is just the way that it is displayed to the audience members. It is mixing these scenes up, and we are getting different parts of dialogue at different moments in which they were not originally placed to mix the audience members up. So if they are for sure trying to go down this route of keeping us from figuring out who it was, I do think that this was a successful strategy in keeping us from figuring out who actually died by just going down with the pattern across the row. So I actually enjoyed this little strategy here. Like I said, it is still realistic, just the way that it is being displayed is a little mixed up to where we can't really figure out who it is. Like I also said, this scene may not be able to be deciphered, but as we saw with Robert Kirkman, he says there are some hints in the episode, so we can definitely analyze some of these other things, but I think that this scene right here can't really be deciphered like Scott M. Gimple said. I think he was referencing mostly to this scene when he says it's a puzzle that you really can't solve, but I actually believe that there are other interpretations and predictions we can come up with other parts of the episode that will have some relevancy in the future of who might have actually died. As always, I really appreciate you all watching this video. It was just something that I wanted to bring up, and it was an opinionated matter where I wanted to discuss if I actually think that this scene can be deciphered, and I think that there's a lot of people out there that are trying to count over Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo and count across and see who actually dies, but it's just one of those things where I think that it just can't be deciphered because it was put in that pattern to where we aren't supposed to figure it out through that way. As always, thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Also, please make sure to leave a like on this video if you do want to show some support. It always shows that you enjoy videos like these and want to see more. So thanks again, guys. Peace out.